the Gospels in 90 days.
Our scripture reading is taken from Mark chapter 6 verses 1 through 13. Jesus left there and went back to his hometown. His followers went with him. On the Sabbath day he taught in the synagogue. Many people heard him and were amazed. They said, "Where did this man get these teachings? What is this wisdom that has been given to him? And where did he get the power to work miracles? He is the only carpenter. His mother is Mary. He is the brother of James, Joseph, Judas, and Simon, and his sisters are here with us." The people did not accept Jesus. Jesus said to them, "Other people give honor to a prophet, but in his own town, with his own people, and in his own home, a prophet does not receive honor." Jesus was not able to work many miracles there. The only miracles he did were to heal some sick people by putting his hands on them. Jesus was amazed that they had no faith. Then Jesus went to other villages in that area and taught. He called the 12 followers together and sent them out in groups of 2. He gave them authority of evil spirits. This is what Jesus told them. "Take nothing for your trip, except a walking stick. Take no bread, no bag, and no money in your pockets. Wear sandals and take only the clothes you are wearing. When you enter a house, stay there until you leave that place. If many towns refuses it, accepts you, or its people refuse to listen to you, then leave that town. Shake its dust off your feet. This will be a warning to them." The followers went out and preached to the people to change their hearts and lives. The followers forced many demons out and poured olive oil on many sick people and healed them.
Mark 6:14-29. Reading from the International Children's Bible. King Herod heard about Jesus because Jesus was now well known. Some people said he is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead. That is the reason he can work these miracles. Others said he is Elijah. Other people said Jesus is a prophet. He is like the prophets who lived long ago. Herod heard all these things about Jesus. He said, "I killed John by cutting off his head. Now he has been risen from death." Herod himself had ordered his soldiers to arrest John, and John was put in prison. Herod did this to please his wife, Herodias. Herodias was the wife of Philip, Herod's brother, but then Herod married her. John told Herod that it was not lawful for him to be married to his brother's wife. So Herodias hated John and wanted to kill him. But she could not because of Herod. Herod was afraid to kill John because he knew John was a good and holy man. So Herod protected John. Also, Herod enjoyed listening to John preach, but John's preaching also bothered him. Then the perfect time came for Herodias to cause John's death. It happened on Herod's birthday. Herod gave a dinner party for the most important government leaders, the commanders of his army, and the most important people in Galilee. The daughter of Herodias came to the party and danced. When she danced, Herod and the people eating with him were very pleased. So King Herod said to the girl, "I will give you anything you want," he promised her. "Anything you ask for, I will give to you. I will even give you half of my kingdom." The girl went to her mother and asked, "What should I ask the king to give me?" Her mother answered, "Ask for the head of John Baptist." Quickly the girl went back to the king. She said to him, "Please give me the head of John the Baptist. Bring it to me now on a platter." The king was very sad, but he had promised to give the girl anything she wanted, and the people eating there with him had heard his promise. So Herod could not refuse. What she asked immediately, the king sent a soldier to bring John's head. The soldier went and cut off John's head in the prison and brought it back on a platter. He gave it to the girl, and the girl gave it to her mother. John's followers heard about what happened, so they came and got John's body and put it on a tomb. This is the word of the Lord.
Our scripture reading is taken from Mark chapter 6, verse 30 to 56, International Children's Bible. More than 5,000 people fed. The apostles that Jesus had sent out to preach returned. They gathered around him and told him about all the things they had done and taught. Crowds of people were coming and going. Jesus and his followers did not even have time to eat. He said to them, "Come with me. We will go to a quiet place to be alone. There will we get some rest." So they went in a boat alone to a place where there were no people. But many people saw them leave and recognized them. So people from all the towns ran to the place where Jesus was going. They got there before Jesus arrived. When he landed, he saw a great crowd waiting. Jesus felt sorry for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So Jesus taught them many things. It was now late in the day. Jesus' followers came to him and said, No one lives in this place, and it is already very late. Send the people away. They need to go to the farms and towns around here to buy some food to eat." Jesus answered, You give them food to eat." They said to him, "We can't buy enough bread to feed all these people. We would all have to work a month to earn enough money to buy that much bread." Jesus asked them, "How many loaves of bread do you have now? Go and see." When they found out, they came to him and said, "We have 5 loaves and 2 fish." Then Jesus said to the followers, "Tell all the people to sit in groups on the green grass." So all the people sat in groups. They sat in groups of 50 or groups of 100. Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fish. He looked up to heaven and thanked God for the bread. He divided the bread and gave it to his followers for them to give to the people. Then he divided the 2 fish among them all. All the people ate and were satisfied. The followers filled 12 baskets with the pieces of bread and fish that were not eaten. There were about 5,000 men there who ate. Jesus walked on the water. Then Jesus told his followers to get into the boat and go to Bethsaida on the other side of the lake. Jesus said that he would come later. He stayed there to tell the people they could go home. After sending them away, he went into the hills to pray. That night, the boat was in the middle of the lake. Jesus was alone on the land. He saw the followers working hard to row the boat because the wind was blowing against them. At some time between 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came to them walking on the water. He continued walking until he was almost past the boat. But when his followers saw him walking on the water, they thought he was a ghost and cried out. They all saw him and were terrified. But Jesus spoke to them and said, "Have courage, it is I, do not be afraid." Then he got into the boat with them, and the wind became calm. The followers were greatly amazed. They had seen Jesus make more bread from the 5 loaves, but they did not understand what it meant. Their minds were closed when they had crossed the lake. They came to shore and at Gennesaret. They tied the boat there. When they got out the boat, the people saw Jesus and immediately recognized him. They ran to tell others everywhere in that area that Jesus was there. They brought the sick on mats to every place Jesus went. Jesus went into towns and cities and farms around that area. And everywhere he went, the people brought the sick to the marketplaces. They begged him to let them just touch the edge of his coat. And all who touched him were healed.